like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So TUF episode 8, I believe it is. So going into this one, it is 7-0 to Team Chandler. So if Conor doesn't win this one, it could be a clean sweep, and apparently this has never happened before. So Conor literally is a must win for his team, or it's a clean sweep. So this is all about Hunter Ashur versus Rico. These are the last fights of the quarterfinals, or the quarters, I believe. So it starts off. The show starts off with Jason Knight basically giving advice to London, how to handle losses and what to do if you lose. Obviously, learn from it and get better. That's what he's basically saying. So this is the last fight, as I said, of the quarterfinals, or I think it's the finals of the quarters, semis, I think it is. But this is the last fight anyway of who's basically gone into the actual TUF house. So then you see Conor training with Rico, getting him prepared for his fight, showing him some techniques, getting him all ready, fight ready. So then Rico states that he's fought in Combat FC, and then when he did well there, he was called up to the Contender Series, but he didn't have a great performance there. And then basically after that, you see Rico training with Conor showing him more techniques. Then we go to Hunter. Hunter's going to face Rico obviously in the next match. So Hunter has a wife and 2 sons. He's basically fighting for his family. He said he fights out of Arizona in the Indian reservation. I still don't understand. I still don't understand the reservations. I've never understood that, but yeah, I have to look into that. But he's fighting out of an Indian reservation. He also had to find a good gym, and he was into fighting early. And he's also an assistant coach, and he does private training sessions as well. So he's basically a full-time coach, training 6 days a week. He was on the Contender Series. He won some fights, and then he went to the UFC, where he had like a win-loss record, and then the UFC didn't renew his contract. And also after that, you got Hunter training with Ryan Bader, who used to be in the UFC, now fights in Bellator. He was champ there as well. Then we have Rico. Rico fights out of Boston. He said he's had a lot of fights in Boston. They've apparently to fight over anything there. He used to train in karate early and worked his way up. He also trains in boxing and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He has a 9-year-old son. His son also trains as well in boxing, and he has a girlfriend who he lives with his kids. So then we go to making weight day, so they both make weight, no issues there. And then we have fight night. First round I gave to Hunter. Top control, we did really good with his wrestling, nullifying Rico striking, etc. Rico was trying to get off, but Hunter basically just nullified him for the first round. I thought he could have got him out there a little bit, because he's got some really good ground and pound in there. But then it goes to the second round. The second round, I'm not sure if Hunter was gassed, because literally he didn't look like the same, didn't have the same tenacity and forward drive as he did in the first round. Rico just literally picked him apart and then hit him with a nice shot. I think it was a right, and then literally landed a double hammer fist, and that fight was over. Conor's going crazy. He's running around the cage screaming and shouting. So that's his first win out of the 8 episodes. So it's now 7-1, obviously, to Chandler. But yeah, congratulations to Team Conor. And then they start, after the fight, they start picking the fights for the next round. So we will see what happens in the next episode, so episode 9. So that's your review of TUF House episode 8. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.